firsts. I have the ring with me.
And okay, wait, I just had this little, it felt like you went into chat.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Love is Blind Season 9 represents one of the most emotionally intense and socially intriguing installments of Netflix's groundbreaking reality dating series. Produced in the United States by Kinetic Content, the series is hosted by the ever-engaging Nick and Vanessa Lachey, whose empathetic guidance and thoughtful commentary provide both participants and viewers with an anchor amid the emotional turbulence of the experiment. Season 9 was filmed in Denver, Colorado, a city whose unique combination of metropolitan energy, cultural diversity, and proximity to vast natural landscapes creates a visually stunning and symbolically resonant setting for the unfolding romantic journeys. Denver is not just a backdrop for the series, it subtly shapes the interactions, decisions, and emotional responses of the participants. The city's energetic vibe reflects the participants' anticipation, excitement, and sometimes anxiety, while its quieter natural spaces offer moments of introspection and personal reflection that are critical for understanding the complexity of human relationships. The choice of Denver also brings a new regional flavor to the series, as the participants' cultural influences, lifestyle preferences, and social environments are reflective of a modern urban setting in the American West, providing a fresh perspective compared to prior seasons filmed in other locations. The foundational premise of Love is Blind is both simple and radical. Participants are encouraged to form deep emotional bonds with potential partners without any visual cues, relying solely on conversation to gauge compatibility. This concept challenges the conventional norms of dating, where physical attraction often dominates initial interactions. By isolating participants in specially designed pods, the show removes visual distractions, social status cues, and first impression biases, creating a space in which vulnerability, authenticity, and emotional intelligence become the central currencies of connection. The pods themselves are engineered to create an intimate and focused environment, where the simple act of speaking, listening, sharing personal stories, expressing hopes, fears, and insecurities, becomes a transformative experience. Season 9 elevates this premise by bringing together 32 singles, 16 men and 16 women, from a wide range of backgrounds. These participants include professionals from healthcare, technology, education, creative fields, and business sectors, as well as individuals with varied life experiences and differing levels of relationship readiness. This deliberate diversity ensures that the season captures a broad spectrum of perspectives on love, commitment, and interpersonal connection, allowing viewers to witness how personality, life experience, and emotional maturity interact under unique circumstances. From the very outset, Season 9 establishes high emotional stakes. Unlike conventional dating shows, where participants have the advantage of seeing and assessing each other's physical presence, here the participants must make decisions that carry potentially life-altering consequences based purely on the depth of their emotional engagement. The initial stages in the pods require contestants to navigate complex conversations that test patience, empathy, and emotional acuity. Participants share intimate details of their lives, including past heartbreaks, personal insecurities, family dynamics, and future aspirations. These conversations are designed not just to foster romantic connection but also to push participants towards self-reflection, highlighting how their emotional readiness and personal growth influence their capacity for intimacy. Season 9 places particular emphasis on these psychological dimensions, illustrating that love is not only about chemistry but also about understanding, empathy, and alignment of core values. As connections develop within the pods, the pressure mounts toward a pivotal decision, whether to propose or accept a proposal without ever having met face-to-face. This moment is the culmination of an intense emotional journey, where trust, courage, and vulnerability are tested to their limits. The participants' choices are deeply personal and often fraught with internal conflict, as they must reconcile their emotional connection with the unknown realities of physical attraction and everyday compatibility. Once engagements are formed, the couples transition to the real world, where the stakes are amplified. The honeymoon phase, cohabitation, family introductions, and social dynamics introduce new challenges and test the durability of the connections formed in isolation. This transition from the pods to reality is a central narrative arc of the season, highlighting how idealized emotional connections interact with practical realities, and how love can be simultaneously fragile and resilient under pressure. The hosts, Nick and Vanessa Lachey, continue to play a vital role in guiding participants through these intense experiences. They provide emotional support, offer advice when participants face particularly difficult choices, and frame the narrative for viewers by providing context and insights into the psychological and relational dynamics at play. Their presence ensures that while the participants are navigating deeply personal and sometimes painful experiences, there is a grounding force that maintains the show's balance between drama, empathy, and meaningful exploration of human relationships. Filming for Season 9 spanned several months, beginning in early spring and extending into late summer, allowing the narrative to capture authentic growth, conflict, and resolution among participants. The extended timeline ensures that viewers witness not just the initial excitement and romance but also the real challenges that emerge as emotional intimacy confronts day-to-day reality. Denver's urban and natural landscapes serve as both a literal and symbolic backdrop, emphasizing contrasts between external adventure and internal introspection, between excitement and the need for personal reflection. The city's culture, climate, and local environment subtly shape participants' experiences, affecting their social interactions, lifestyle choices, and ultimately, the evolution of their relationships. Season 9 also emphasizes a broader spectrum of human behavior and personality types than previous installments. Participants demonstrate varying degrees of emotional intelligence, communication skills, and conflict resolution strategies. Some display remarkable empathy, introspection, and maturity, handling conflicts with grace and insight, while others struggle with insecurities, misunderstandings, and communication breakdowns. This interplay of personalities, strengths, and weaknesses provides a compelling narrative engine, ensuring that each episode is not only entertaining but also psychologically engaging, offering viewers insights into human behavior, emotional resilience, and the nature of modern romantic relationships. The structure of the season, comprising 12 episodes culminating in a reunion special, allows for careful pacing that balances emotional intensity, interpersonal drama, and resolution. Early episodes focus on the development of emotional bonds within the pods, mid-season episodes follow the transition to real-world dating and engagement, and later episodes document the complexities of cohabitation, family integration, and wedding planning. The finale provides a climactic moment where participants decide whether to marry, offering a resolution to the season's central experiment and revealing whether emotional intimacy alone can withstand the pressures of the real world. Season 9 has been especially noted for its increased diversity and the depth of its emotional storytelling. By incorporating participants from a variety of cultural, professional, and social backgrounds, the season presents a rich tapestry of perspectives on love, commitment, and human connection. This diversity enhances the relatability of the show, allowing viewers to see reflections of their own experiences, fears, and hopes within the journeys of the participants. Through its careful blending of entertainment, social experiment, and psychological insight, Love is Blind Season 9 continues to explore the enduring question of whether true love can be cultivated without sight, relying solely on emotional intimacy and human vulnerability. As Love is Blind Season 9 unfolds, the narrative dives deeply into the psychological and emotional intricacies of human connection under conditions of deliberate isolation and uncertainty. The season begins with the arrival of the 32 singles in Denver, all carrying their unique backgrounds, expectations, and emotional baggage into the pods. The introduction phase immediately sets a tone of anticipation, excitement, and underlying tension, as each participant is aware that the decisions they make could dramatically alter the trajectory of their lives. Unlike traditional dating shows, where first impressions are guided heavily by appearance, here every conversation carries the weight of potential life-altering outcomes, creating a palpable sense of emotional intensity that permeates the early episodes. Within the pods, participants engage in a series of conversations designed to uncover personality, values, and emotional depth. These interactions are often lengthy and probing, with contestants sharing intimate details about their lives, families, past relationships, fears, and aspirations. The pod environment itself is carefully engineered to encourage vulnerability, isolated, private, and devoid of any visual cues, it forces participants to communicate through words alone. Season 9 showcases a variety of communication styles and strategies, highlighting how different personalities respond to intimacy and the challenge of forming connections without visual input. Some participants excel in expressing their emotions with clarity and empathy, fostering rapid bonds of trust and understanding, while others struggle to articulate their feelings, revealing insecurities and hesitation that impact their chances of forming meaningful connections. Early episodes reveal fascinating dynamics as the contestants navigate the delicate balance between emotional openness and self-protection. The series meticulously portrays the push and pull inherent in budding relationships, the simultaneous desire to connect deeply and the fear of rejection or misinterpretation. Participants experiment with different conversational techniques, ranging from humor and charm to profound self-disclosure, testing the receptivity of potential partners. These early interactions often become pivotal narrative moments, as initial sparks or misalignments foreshadow the challenges and successes that may arise later in the season. Season 9 emphasizes that even without visual cues, subtle aspects of personality, such as empathy, humor, confidence, and emotional intelligence, play critical roles in determining compatibility. As the pods progress, the series begins to highlight emerging favorites and potential power couples. Certain individuals naturally attract multiple suitors, leading to complex emotional dynamics and competition that heightens tension. In some cases, participants confront feelings of jealousy, uncertainty, or insecurity, providing viewers with a raw and unfiltered glimpse into the emotional complexity of romantic attraction. Others experience profound breakthroughs, forming connections that are both immediate and deeply resonant. The series carefully balances these contrasting experiences, illustrating the spectrum of emotional responses that can occur when individuals engage in highly focused, emotionally charged dialogue under experimental conditions. One of the most compelling aspects of Season 9 is the gradual transition from casual conversation to serious contemplation of lifelong commitment. Participants are encouraged to move beyond surface-level exchanges and explore topics that are often difficult to discuss in typical dating contexts: personal values, long-term goals, and compatibility in terms of lifestyle, family expectations, and career ambitions. The pods serve as a unique incubator for such discussions, allowing participants to cultivate trust and intimacy in a condensed period of time. As relationships develop, contestants must confront the critical question of whether their emotional bond is strong enough to justify an engagement, despite the inherent uncertainty of having never met physically. Season 9 also introduces early hints of conflict and tension, which serve to heighten the emotional stakes. While some participants navigate these challenges with maturity and patience, others find themselves grappling with misunderstandings, miscommunications, or doubts about compatibility. These conflicts are integral to the narrative, as they reveal the limitations and vulnerabilities of emotional-only connection and underscore the psychological complexity of the experiment. Importantly, the series does not shy away from portraying the internal struggles of participants, the anxiety of attachment, fear of rejection, and the courage required to take emotional risks, all of which resonate deeply with viewers and contribute to the authenticity of the season's storytelling. By the mid-pod stage, several key relationships begin to solidify, while others falter under the pressures of intense emotional scrutiny. For example, participants who initially clicked may begin to uncover fundamental differences in values or communication styles, leading to difficult decisions about whether to continue investing emotionally. Conversely, some participants who appeared hesitant at first demonstrate growth, vulnerability, and adaptability, ultimately forming profound connections that surprise both fellow contestants and viewers alike. These evolving dynamics illustrate the unpredictability of human relationships and emphasize the core premise of the series, that emotional compatibility is complex, multifaceted, and cannot be reduced to superficial measures. Throughout this phase, the hosts, Nick and Vanessa Lachey, provide ongoing guidance and perspective, helping participants navigate the delicate process of forming connections while maintaining self-awareness. Their interventions are subtle but impactful, offering reassurance, framing difficult choices, and prompting reflection on the participants' emotional states and motivations. The Lachey's presence serves as a stabilizing force amid the intense psychological pressures of the pods, ensuring that contestants have the support necessary to explore both the joys and challenges of developing romantic intimacy without visual influence. As the pod phase draws to a close, participants face the looming decision point, whether to propose or accept a proposal. This moment is treated with meticulous attention, as the series captures the mixture of anticipation, anxiety, and excitement that characterizes the participants' experiences. Season 9 skillfully portrays the complex interplay of emotions, showing how trust, vulnerability, intuition, and courage converge in a decision that will define the next stage of the experiment. Viewers witness not only the external drama of engagement proposals but also the internal processes of reflection, doubt, and hope that inform each participant's choice. The culmination of the pod phase is a turning point in the narrative, transitioning the series from emotional exploration in isolation to the real-world challenges of physical presence, cohabitation, and family integration. This shift underscores the central question of the series: can a bond formed purely on emotional connection endure when confronted with the realities of daily life, attraction, and external pressures? Season 9 sets the stage for the next narrative arc, where couples confront the tangible consequences of their pod-based decisions, experience the excitement and anxiety of meeting in person for the first time, and begin to navigate the intricate process of translating emotional compatibility into a sustainable, real-world relationship. With the pod phase concluded and engagement solidified, Love is Blind Season 9 transitions into one of the most pivotal moments in the series, the first in-person meetings. This stage of the experiment is emotionally charged, combining anticipation, anxiety, excitement, and a hint of fear, as couples who have formed deep emotional connections finally confront the realities of physical presence. For many participants, this moment represents a critical test of whether their emotional intimacy can withstand the introduction of visual and physical factors, which until now have been absent from their relationships. The series portrays this stage with remarkable sensitivity, capturing both the elation of meeting one's partner and the nuanced insecurities that inevitably arise. The first meetings are often marked by heightened emotions. Participants frequently report a mixture of exhilaration and nervousness, knowing that the person they have come to know emotionally may appear differently than imagined. Season 9 emphasizes the human tendency to idealize partners when communication is limited to words alone, and these initial face-to-face encounters provide a fascinating study in how expectations align, or sometimes clash, with reality. Some couples experience an immediate, seamless alignment between their imagined connection and the physical presence of their partner, leading to moments of joy, relief, and deepened affection. Others encounter unexpected surprises, mismatches in energy, style, or body language, that introduce a degree of tension and uncertainty, challenging their confidence in the connection they have nurtured within the pods. Following these initial meetings, the couples begin navigating the complexities of real-world dating. The series captures the full spectrum of emotions experienced during this phase, including excitement, nervousness, and occasional conflict. Participants must now balance their emotional expectations with the practical realities of day-to-day interactions. This includes learning about each other's habits, routines, communication styles, and personal boundaries. The show's narrative highlights that while emotional compatibility is essential, it is not the sole determinant of relationship success. Practical compatibility, mutual respect, and shared values also play a critical role. Season 9 dedicates significant attention to the honeymoon period, a time when engaged couples spend extended periods together in an environment designed to test their relationship under more realistic circumstances. This phase allows participants to deepen their emotional intimacy while confronting the challenges of living and interacting together outside the controlled environment of the pods. The show portrays the tension between idealized connection and practical reality in vivid detail. Couples navigate issues such as differing sleep schedules, household habits, and approaches to conflict resolution. While some participants adapt quickly and harmoniously, others encounter friction that forces them to confront their own expectations and emotional responses. These moments of tension are portrayed not merely as entertainment but as genuine opportunities for personal and relational growth, providing viewers with an authentic look at the challenges of translating emotional connection into sustainable partnership. One of the most compelling aspects of Season 9 is the diversity of couple dynamics that emerge during this phase. The series highlights how personality differences, communication styles, and emotional maturity influence relationship trajectories. For example, some couples thrive on open and frequent communication, using dialogue as a tool to navigate challenges and strengthen their bond. Others struggle with misalignment in emotional expression, requiring patience, understanding, and compromise to maintain stability. The show skillfully depicts these variations, emphasizing that there is no singular formula for success in relationships and that the process of adaptation and growth is both complex and deeply human. Family and social integration represents another layer of challenge in the initial real-world phase. Couples are introduced to each other's families, friends, and social circles, adding external pressures that test the durability of the bond formed in the pods. Season 9 provides an insightful exploration of how family expectations, cultural differences, and social dynamics influence the participants' decisions and emotional responses. Some couples find that these external interactions strengthen their connection, as mutual support and approval create a sense of security and validation. Others experience conflict or tension that brings previously unrecognized differences to the surface, requiring reflection and adjustment. These dynamics contribute to the season's richness, illustrating that relationships do not exist in isolation but are deeply intertwined with broader social and cultural contexts. Throughout this phase, the hosts, Nick and Vanessa Lachey, continue to offer guidance and perspective. They encourage participants to reflect on their experiences, communicate openly, and consider the long-term implications of their choices. The Lachey's role becomes particularly important as couples face moments of doubt or uncertainty, helping them navigate the emotional turbulence of early real-world dating. Their presence provides continuity and reassurance, reminding both participants and viewers that emotional exploration requires both courage and thoughtful reflection. Season 9 also emphasizes the emotional highs and lows inherent in this stage. Moments of joy, laughter, and romantic connection are juxtaposed with periods of conflict, miscommunication, and doubt. These fluctuations are depicted in detail, highlighting the unpredictability of human relationships and the importance of resilience, empathy, and adaptability. The series captures subtle moments of emotional insight, such as when a participant recognizes a previously overlooked incompatibility or when couples discover a shared value that strengthens their bond. These narrative moments are critical, as they illustrate the ongoing negotiation, compromise, and growth that characterize healthy relationships. As the initial real-world phase progresses, the show begins to foreshadow potential outcomes at the altar. Viewers are given insight into each participant's evolving mindset, their hopes and fears, and the internal debates that will influence their final decisions. This creates a sense of anticipation and engagement, as audiences become invested not only in the romantic narrative but also in the psychological and emotional journey of each individual. Season 9 succeeds in maintaining this balance between entertainment and thoughtful exploration, allowing viewers to empathize with the participants while remaining aware of the high stakes involved in each decision. By the end of this phase, couples have gained a deeper understanding of their partners, the strengths and weaknesses of their connection, and the challenges that lie ahead. The show carefully documents the transformation from blind emotional attachment to informed, deliberate consideration of compatibility in real-world contexts. This evolution underscores the central premise of Love is Blind, that love, while deeply emotional and sometimes intuitive, also requires conscious effort, reflection, and adaptability to thrive when confronted with reality. As Love is Blind Season 9 progresses, the narrative shifts toward the most demanding phase of the experiment, cohabitation and the real-world integration of the couple's lives. Having successfully navigated the pods and the first in-person meetings, the participants now face the ultimate test of whether emotional connection can endure when confronted with the practicalities, pressures, and unpredictabilities of daily life. This stage is crucial in evaluating the durability of the relationships, as the couples must now merge their routines, navigate conflict, and confront differences that were previously abstract or hidden in the emotionally insulated pod environment. Cohabitation introduces a myriad of challenges that reveal both the strengths and vulnerabilities of each relationship. Day-to-day interactions, previously confined to conversation, now encompass shared space, habits, responsibilities, and compromises. Some couples find a harmonious rhythm, enjoying shared meals, domestic routines, and deepening intimacy, which reinforces their emotional bond. Others encounter friction over seemingly mundane issues, sleeping patterns, cleanliness, communication frequency, and lifestyle preferences, that rapidly escalate into broader discussions about compatibility. Season 9 emphasizes that the shift from idealized connection to tangible cohabitation is rarely smooth, and it is in this phase that the participants' adaptability, emotional intelligence, and conflict resolution skills are most rigorously tested. The series meticulously captures these interactions, providing viewers with a nuanced understanding of the participants' psychological and emotional states. Conflict is not portrayed simplistically as drama for entertainment purposes, rather, it is explored as a natural and necessary aspect of human relationships. The show demonstrates that even couples with deep emotional connections can face challenges when the realities of living together, competing habits, communication differences, and personal boundaries, come into play. Season 9 portrays these struggles with authenticity, highlighting the importance of patience, empathy, and open communication in sustaining a meaningful relationship. During this phase, the emotional stakes escalate as the couples confront more complex challenges beyond mere daily routines. Participants face decisions regarding finances, social commitments, and integration into each other's families and friend groups. Family dynamics, cultural differences, and personal histories emerge as critical factors influencing the progression of each relationship. Some participants experience stress or anxiety when navigating these external pressures, revealing insecurities or unexamined assumptions that must be addressed for the relationship to survive. Others discover that external validation and support, whether from family or peers, strengthen the bond and provide reassurance, enhancing the sense of commitment and partnership. Season 9 pays particular attention to the psychological evolution of the participants during this intense period. The show highlights moments of self-reflection, where contestants assess their own needs, expectations, and fears. These internal deliberations often inform pivotal decisions regarding communication style, emotional openness, and long-term compatibility. For some, the process reveals areas for personal growth, prompting participants to confront past patterns of behavior, insecurities, or emotional avoidance. For others, it confirms the resilience of their emotional connection and their readiness to take the ultimate step toward commitment. Throughout the cohabitation and real-world integration phase, Nick and Vanessa Lachey continue to guide the participants with empathy and insight. Their interventions are subtle yet significant, providing perspective, encouragement, and tools to navigate conflict constructively. The Lachey's role becomes particularly crucial as couples face moments of doubt, misunderstandings, or disagreement, ensuring that participants have support in making thoughtful, deliberate choices about the future of their relationships. Their presence maintains a balance between the emotional intensity of the participants' experiences and the structured, reflective nature of the experiment. Season 9 also explores the emotional complexity of anticipation leading up to the wedding day. As the couple's cohabitation period progresses, each participant must consider not only the emotional depth of their connection but also practical compatibility and the long-term viability of the relationship. The show captures these contemplations in candid and vulnerable moments, providing a rare window into the internal thought processes that influence major life decisions. Some participants wrestle with doubts, weighing fears of incompatibility against the strength of their emotional bond. Others experience reaffirmation and excitement, gaining clarity about the relationship's potential and the certainty of their commitment. In addition to these personal and relational challenges, Season 9 also highlights the influence of social perception and expectation. Participants are acutely aware that their choices are being observed by viewers, family, and peers, adding layers of pressure and scrutiny to an already emotionally demanding process. This awareness heightens both the anxiety and the intentionality with which decisions are made, emphasizing the complex interplay between internal desires and external expectations in the formation of long-term partnerships. The narrative during this stage is enriched by the wide diversity of personalities and relational styles present in the cast. Some couples exhibit rapid adaptation, demonstrating strong communication skills, empathy, and a willingness to compromise. Others face recurring conflicts that challenge the relationship's stability, forcing participants to confront hard truths and make decisions that may lead to heartbreak or reconciliation. These contrasting experiences provide a compelling and educational exploration of human relationships, illustrating that emotional connection alone is not always sufficient, and that the cultivation of practical compatibility, mutual respect, and problem-solving skills is equally critical. Preparation for the altar, the climactic moment of the season, is the ultimate focus of this phase. Couples engage in thoughtful reflection, discussions about the future, and emotional processing as they approach the decision of whether to marry. Season 9 captures the gravity of these moments with careful storytelling, emphasizing the courage, vulnerability, and deliberation required to make such a consequential choice. Participants weigh the lessons learned during cohabitation, the challenges faced, and the strengths of their emotional connection, culminating in decisions that are both deeply personal and narratively compelling. The combination of cohabitation, family integration, social pressures, and personal introspection creates a richly layered narrative in Season 9, offering viewers a comprehensive exploration of the emotional, psychological, and practical dimensions of romantic relationships. By highlighting the triumphs, struggles, and reflective processes of the participants, the series succeeds in portraying the full spectrum of human intimacy and connection, emphasizing that love is a dynamic interplay of emotion, choice, and growth. As Love is Blind Season 9 approaches its climactic stage, the tension, anticipation, and emotional intensity reach their peak. The journey that began in the pods, progressed through first meetings, and deepened during cohabitation now culminates on the wedding day, a moment that represents the ultimate test of the couple's emotional resilience, compatibility, and commitment. This final phase of the season is not merely about spectacle or drama, it serves as a profound exploration of human decision-making under high emotional stakes, illustrating the interplay between hope, fear, trust, and vulnerability. Each participant arrives at the altar carrying the cumulative weight of weeks of intimate conversations, challenges, personal growth, and relational discoveries. The wedding day is framed with meticulous attention to detail, capturing the raw human emotions that surface when individuals confront the possibility of lifelong commitment. Some couples approach the day with confidence, their bond strengthened by shared experiences, mutual understanding, and successful navigation of real-world challenges. For these participants, the altar represents the joyful culmination of a carefully nurtured emotional journey, where trust, empathy, and compatibility converge in a moment of celebration. Other couples face heightened anxiety, doubts, or unresolved conflicts that cast uncertainty over the proceedings, emphasizing the precarious nature of relationships formed in unconventional contexts. The series skillfully conveys these contrasts, providing viewers with a nuanced portrayal of the diverse emotional landscapes that define human intimacy. Season 9 captures the intricate internal deliberations of participants as they make their final decision to marry or walk away. These moments are deeply personal, reflecting the culmination of both conscious reflection and emotional intuition. Many participants revisit their pod experiences, early conversations, and subsequent challenges, weighing the strength of their emotional bond against practical realities and long-term compatibility. The show highlights that this decision is rarely simple or binary, it involves careful consideration of values, communication dynamics, family integration, lifestyle alignment, and personal growth. Through interviews and intimate confessional moments, viewers gain access to the thought processes, fears, and hopes that shape each participant's choice, enhancing the authenticity and emotional depth of the narrative. Throughout the wedding episodes, dramatic reveals unfold, showcasing both triumphs and heartbreak. Some couples experience the euphoria of commitment, exchanging vows and celebrating the successful translation of emotional intimacy into tangible partnership. These moments are interwoven with heartfelt reflections, highlighting the vulnerability, courage, and resilience required to take such a leap of faith. In contrast, other couples face the painful decision to part ways at the altar, illustrating the reality that even deep emotional connection is sometimes insufficient to overcome differences, doubts, or incompatibilities revealed in the real-world setting. These juxtapositions underscore the season's central theme: love is complex, multifaceted, and not always predictable, regardless of emotional depth or initial intensity. Following the weddings, the series transitions into the reunion special, a pivotal component of Love is Blind Season 9 that provides closure, updates, and reflection on the journey. The reunion serves multiple purposes. It offers participants an opportunity to discuss unresolved tensions, clarify misunderstandings, and share insights gained since filming concluded. It allows viewers to understand the evolution of relationships beyond the structured environment of the show, and it provides a platform for the hosts, Nick and Vanessa Lachey, to facilitate candid conversations, ask probing questions, and highlight key moments of growth, conflict, and triumph. The reunion is carefully crafted to balance emotional depth with narrative resolution, ensuring that the experiences of the participants are contextualized, celebrated, and understood within the broader arc of the season. During the reunion, viewers witness the continuation of personal growth and relational development. Couples who married reflect on their early challenges, adjustments, and milestones, often revealing the strategies they have employed to maintain harmony, communication, and emotional closeness. Those who did not marry discuss the insights gained from the experience, the reasons behind their decision, and the ways in which the journey has influenced their perspectives on love and self-understanding. Season 9 emphasizes that every outcome, whether marriage, breakup, or continued dating, is valid and represents a meaningful step in the participants' personal and relational evolution. The reunion also brings to light social and psychological dynamics that were not fully apparent during the main episodes. Participants reflect on the influence of peer pressure, family expectations, and societal norms, exploring how these external factors intersected with internal desires, emotional intuition, and relational priorities. By examining these layers, the series provides a comprehensive understanding of the multifaceted nature of romantic decision-making, emphasizing that human relationships are shaped by both internal and external forces, and that navigating these forces requires self-awareness, adaptability, and courage. Season 9 concludes with reflections on the enduring lessons of the experiment. The series reinforces the notion that emotional intimacy, while powerful, must be complemented by practical compatibility, shared values, and effective communication to sustain long-term partnerships. It celebrates the courage of the participants, who risked vulnerability and potential heartbreak in pursuit of authentic connection, while acknowledging that not all relationships will culminate in marriage. This balance of triumph and realism provides a resonant and meaningful conclusion to the season, affirming the show's reputation as both an emotionally compelling reality series and a profound exploration of human relationships. Ultimately, Love is Blind Season 9 leaves viewers with a rich tapestry of narratives, emotions, and insights. From the intensity of the pod conversations to the vulnerability of first meetings, the challenges of cohabitation, and the climactic decisions at the altar, the season offers a comprehensive examination of the complexities of modern love. Through its careful storytelling, nuanced character development, and attention to psychological and emotional authenticity, the series provides both entertainment and a reflective lens on the human desire for connection, intimacy, and understanding. The reunion and post-wedding reflections serve as a final layer of insight, ensuring that viewers not only witness the outcomes but also understand the processes, growth, and decisions that shaped each relationship. Season 9 of Love is Blind presents a diverse ensemble of 32 singles, each bringing unique personalities, backgrounds, and emotional experiences to the pods, creating a rich and complex mosaic of relationships. The series emphasizes that the journey of each participant is as important as the outcome of their romantic pursuits, highlighting personal growth, self-reflection, and the ways in which individuals navigate vulnerability, trust, and emotional intimacy. By exploring the detailed arcs of the cast members, viewers gain insight into the human dimensions of love, choice, and personal development. One of the standout participants, Calibria Haskin, a 29-year-old social worker, exemplifies the challenges and rewards of vulnerability. Calibria's journey in the pods reveals her emotional depth, empathy, and desire for authentic connection. She forms a bond characterized by open communication, shared values, and mutual understanding. However, her path is not without obstacles, navigating insecurities, evaluating compatibility in the real world, and integrating family perspectives create moments of tension that test her emotional resilience. Calibria's narrative demonstrates the courage required to engage deeply while remaining true to oneself, offering viewers a relatable exploration of modern dating challenges. Another participant, Edmond, illustrates a contrasting journey defined by both emotional intensity and moments of uncertainty. Edmond's interactions in the pods display charm, confidence, and genuine interest in forming connections, yet his path is complicated by doubts and the challenge of balancing multiple emotional attachments. His storyline highlights the complexities of attraction, emotional investment, and the difficulty of discerning compatibility solely through conversation. Edmond's experiences underscore a central theme of Season 9, that love is rarely linear and requires self-awareness, reflection, and sometimes difficult choices. Annie, a contestant navigating her own personal growth and relational expectations, embodies the nuanced interplay between vulnerability and self-protection. Annie's interactions reveal her desire for emotional intimacy while also reflecting the caution that comes from past experiences. Her journey emphasizes the delicate balance between openness and discernment, illustrating how participants negotiate emotional boundaries and assess the long-term potential of their connections. Annie's narrative also explores the influence of external pressures, including family expectations and societal norms, demonstrating how these factors shape relational decisions in meaningful ways. Other participants, such as Madison Maidenberg and Joe Ferrucci, provide further depth to the season's exploration of relationship dynamics. Madison, a 30-year-old professional, faces the challenge of reconciling her high emotional standards with the practical realities of dating, while Joe navigates the process of emotional vulnerability and commitment. Their interactions are marked by moments of laughter, tension, compromise, and revelation, showcasing the full spectrum of human relational experience. The series highlights not only the triumphs of connection but also the learning that emerges from misalignment, miscommunication, or unexpected conflict. Season 9 emphasizes that each participant's journey is shaped not just by their romantic experiences but also by their personal histories, life goals, and individual development. For instance, participants with previous relationship challenges or emotional trauma often approach the pods with heightened caution, yet the format encourages them to take calculated emotional risks, fostering growth and self-understanding. Conversely, participants with high emotional confidence sometimes confront challenges when their expectations collide with the realities of cohabitation and real-world interaction, illustrating that no one is immune to the complexities of love. The diversity of couple arcs is a central narrative strength of Season 9. Some couples experience rapid bonding, seamlessly transitioning from the pods to cohabitation and ultimately to the altar, demonstrating alignment in values, communication style, and emotional responsiveness. Other couples encounter recurring obstacles that necessitate reflection, compromise, and adaptation, highlighting the iterative nature of relationship building. The show meticulously chronicles these arcs, providing a granular look at the interplay between personality, behavior, and relational outcomes. Notably, Season 9 balances portrayals of success and failure, illustrating that growth, emotional honesty, and courage are significant achievements in themselves, even if the relationship does not culminate in marriage. Key takeaways from Season 9 extend beyond entertainment, offering viewers insight into the psychology of love, intimacy, and human connection. The season reinforces the idea that emotional compatibility is foundational but must be complemented by practical considerations, communication, and mutual respect to sustain long-term partnership. It also demonstrates the transformative power of vulnerability, showing how participants grow emotionally when they take risks, confront insecurities, and engage authentically with another person. Moreover, the series highlights that relationships are dynamic and multidimensional. Navigating differences, external pressures, and personal challenges is an integral part of forming meaningful bonds. From a broader perspective, Season 9 of Love is Blind also contributes to discussions on modern dating, societal expectations, and the evolving definitions of intimacy. The show's format, prioritizing emotional connection over physical appearance, provokes reflection on cultural norms around attraction, commitment, and the pace at which relationships develop. By presenting a range of personalities, relational styles, and outcomes. The season encourages viewers to consider the diverse ways people approach love, the challenges inherent in forming lasting partnerships, and the importance of aligning emotional, practical, and social dimensions in a relationship. Additionally, the series underscores the significance of communication as a critical determinant of relationship success. Whether in the pods, during cohabitation, or in the lead-up to the wedding, effective communication, active listening, and emotional expression consistently emerge as defining factors in whether couples thrive or struggle. Season 9 presents numerous examples of both effective and ineffective communication, illustrating the profound impact that dialogue, empathy, and mutual understanding have on relational outcomes. These narratives serve not only as entertainment but also as instructive models for viewers navigating their own relationships. In conclusion, the in-depth exploration of individual participants, notable couple arcs, and the lessons learned throughout Season 9 underscores the show's unique ability to combine emotional drama, psychological insight, and social commentary. Each participant's journey contributes to a larger tapestry that illustrates the complexities, joys, and challenges of human connection. By emphasizing both personal growth and relational development, Season 9 provides a comprehensive, nuanced, and emotionally resonant portrait of modern love, reminding viewers that while the path to intimacy is rarely straightforward, the pursuit of authentic connection is a profoundly meaningful endeavor. Season 9 of Love is Blind unfolds across 12 meticulously structured episodes, each designed to highlight the evolution of relationships, the emergence of conflict, and the emotional depth of the participants' journeys. The episodic format allows for careful pacing, balancing tension, romance, and personal introspection. From the opening moments in the pods to the climactic altar decisions, each episode contributes to a layered understanding of human connection, emphasizing that love is as much about navigating challenges as it is about celebrating emotional intimacy. Episodes 1 to 3 introduce viewers to the pods and the initial conversations between participants. These early episodes establish the emotional stakes, showcasing the excitement, curiosity, and vulnerability that define the initial interactions. Viewers witness the rapid formation of connections, the cautious exploration of personal histories, and the early signs of compatibility or potential conflict. Drama begins to emerge as participants navigate multiple conversations simultaneously, balancing genuine connection with the awareness that their choices carry profound consequences. Moments of humor, awkwardness, and heartfelt conversation set the tone for the season, highlighting the authenticity of the emotional experiment and establishing early audience investment in the couple's journeys. Episodes 4 to 6 deepen the focus on emerging couples, revealing the first signs of tension, attraction, and uncertainty. Some participants form strong bonds that appear almost instantaneous, while others struggle with doubts, competing interests, or miscommunications. The show captures these dynamics with nuance, emphasizing that emotional attachment is both exhilarating and challenging. During this mid-phase, viewers see the development of key relationships, including those that will ultimately succeed and those that will face significant obstacles. The episodes provide insight into participants' thought processes, expectations, and emotional responses, reinforcing the series' focus on authenticity and psychological depth. Episodes 7 to 9 mark the transition from pod-based emotional connections to real-world interaction. This segment of the season focuses on the participants' first meetings, the honeymoon phase, and the early challenges of cohabitation. The series skillfully portrays the juxtaposition between anticipation and reality, highlighting how initial impressions, physical chemistry, and lifestyle compatibility influence the strength of emotional bonds. Some couples experience immediate reinforcement of their pod connections, while others confront unexpected friction or uncertainty. The episodes also explore family introductions, social integration, and the pressures associated with external expectations, demonstrating that relationships are influenced by a complex interplay of internal desires and external factors. Episodes 10 to 11 focus on the deepening relational challenges and preparation for the altar. Couples navigate cohabitation, financial decisions, communication conflicts, and lifestyle integration, all while reflecting on their readiness for lifelong commitment. These episodes provide dramatic tension as participants confront doubts, reassess priorities, and negotiate compromises. Some couples demonstrate resilience, adaptability, and emotional maturity, successfully overcoming obstacles and reinforcing their bond. Others face recurring challenges that require introspection, candid discussion, and difficult decisions. The narrative emphasizes that growth, compromise, and emotional intelligence are critical determinants of relational success, underscoring the central themes of the season. Episode 12, the finale, delivers the climactic wedding day decisions. Participants face the ultimate test of whether their emotional connection, honed through weeks of pod interactions, first meetings, and cohabitation, can withstand the real-world pressures and uncertainties. The show captures both triumphant moments of marriage and poignant decisions to part ways, highlighting the unpredictability and complexity of human relationships. The finale balances celebration and reflection, illustrating that the journey itself, marked by vulnerability, growth, and courage, is as significant as the outcome. Following the finale, the reunion special provides closure, context, and updates on the participants' lives post-experiment. Couples reflect on their journey, discussing successes, challenges, and the evolution of their relationships. The reunion also addresses unresolved tensions, allowing participants to clarify misunderstandings, share personal growth insights, and provide a retrospective perspective on the emotional experiment. Viewer engagement is heightened by candid revelations, reflections on key moments, and the exploration of long-term outcomes beyond the show's structured environment. Season 9 also garnered notable viewer reception for its compelling mix of emotional drama, psychological insight, and relatability. Fans praised the authenticity of the participants' experiences, the depth of relational exploration, and the skillful balance of entertainment and emotional resonance. Social media discussions highlighted favorite couples, moments of tension, and particularly poignant conversations, demonstrating the season's ability to foster meaningful engagement and dialogue. Critics noted the season's focus on personal growth, diverse representation, and the realistic depiction of relationship challenges, emphasizing that the show offers more than entertainment, it provides insight into the dynamics of modern love and commitment. Particular episodes became conversation starters due to their intense emotional moments, such as unexpected conflicts, heartfelt confessions, or dramatic decisions at the altar. These moments underscored the unpredictability of relationships and the emotional stakes involved, making Season 9 a standout installment in the franchise. The balance between high-stakes drama and thoughtful reflection allowed the series to maintain credibility and emotional impact, ensuring that audiences remained invested in both the participants' romantic outcomes and their personal growth journeys. By analyzing each episode, it becomes clear that Love is Blind Season 9 is structured to progressively deepen audience engagement. Early episodes focus on connection and intrigue, mid-season episodes build relational complexity and conflict, and later episodes emphasize resolution, decision-making, and reflection. This structure allows viewers to experience the emotional highs and lows alongside the participants, fostering empathy, understanding, and sustained interest throughout the season. The production of Love is Blind Season 9 represents a complex logistical and creative undertaking, combining reality television's narrative demands with a carefully structured social experiment designed to probe the depths of human emotional connection. Produced by Kinetic Content in collaboration with Netflix, the season's production team meticulously orchestrated every element of the show, from casting and location selection to set design, filming schedules, and post-production editing. The goal was to create an environment that would allow participants to engage authentically while providing viewers with a visually compelling and emotionally resonant experience. Filming took place primarily in Denver, Colorado, a city chosen for its unique combination of urban vibrancy, cultural diversity, and proximity to natural landscapes. Denver's metropolitan environment provided a rich backdrop for social interaction, dating activities, and lifestyle integration, while its scenic surroundings offered spaces for introspection, outdoor activities, and visually striking cinematography. The city's dynamic energy mirrored the intensity and excitement of the experiment, creating a context in which participants' experiences felt both grounded and cinematic. Denver's local culture, climate, and amenities also influenced the participants' experiences, from casual social outings to more structured romantic activities, contributing subtly to the narrative's authenticity. The pod design remained a central element of the season's production. Each pod was constructed to maximize privacy and emotional intimacy, allowing participants to engage in conversations without distractions or external influence. The technical design included high-quality audio equipment to capture every nuance of speech, emotion, and subtle inflection, ensuring that viewers could experience the full impact of the participants' interactions. Lighting, soundproofing, and camera placement were meticulously managed to create a controlled environment that allowed for authentic dialogue while maintaining cinematic quality. This careful design reinforced the show's central premise, that emotional connection, unmediated by visual cues, can be both powerful and revealing. Behind the scenes, the production team faced the challenge of balancing logistical constraints with the emotional needs of participants. Contestants were supported by on-site staff, including psychological consultants, medical professionals, and wellness coordinators, to ensure their well-being throughout the emotionally intense process. The show's format, which requires participants to make high-stakes decisions without prior visual familiarity, can generate stress, anxiety, and vulnerability. By providing structured support and maintaining safety protocols, the production ensured that the experiment could unfold ethically, while still preserving the raw and authentic experiences that define the series. Season 9 also incorporated filming techniques and editing strategies designed to heighten narrative clarity, dramatic tension, and emotional resonance. Editors curated sequences to highlight the development of relationships, the emergence of conflict, and the evolution of personal growth, creating a storytelling rhythm that guides viewers through complex emotional arcs. Camera work captured both intimate close-ups and wide shots of interactions, ensuring a balance between personal connection and environmental context. Music, pacing, and visual cues were integrated thoughtfully to enhance the narrative impact without detracting from the authenticity of participants' experiences. The timeline of production extended over several months, beginning in the spring and continuing through late summer. This extended schedule allowed relationships to evolve organically, capturing both the excitement of initial engagement and the challenges of cohabitation. Participants were gradually introduced to various social scenarios, family interactions, and real-world pressures, creating a layered narrative that reflected the complexity of human relationships. The production team also carefully managed the sequencing of events to ensure continuity, emotional coherence, and narrative suspense, allowing viewers to follow each couple's journey with clarity and investment. In addition to technical and logistical considerations, the production also focused on casting and participant diversity. Season 9 intentionally recruited individuals from varied professional, cultural, and social backgrounds to create a dynamic and representative ensemble. This diversity enriched the narrative, providing multiple perspectives on love, communication, and relational challenges. By integrating a wide range of personalities, the season was able to explore not only romantic compatibility but also interpersonal growth, conflict resolution, and the ways in which individuals navigate complex social and cultural dynamics. Behind the scenes, the production team also facilitated activities, outings, and exercises designed to test compatibility and emotional resilience. These scenarios, ranging from collaborative tasks to high-pressure social interactions, were carefully designed to provide insight into participants' personalities, communication styles, and decision-making processes. By observing how contestants navigated these situations, both the production team and viewers gained a deeper understanding of the relational dynamics at play, reinforcing the show's status as both a reality program and a social experiment. Finally, post-production played a critical role in shaping the season's narrative. Editors worked to craft a coherent and emotionally engaging story from hundreds of hours of footage, highlighting key moments of connection, conflict, and personal growth. The careful integration of interviews, confessional segments, and real-time interactions ensured that viewers could follow the emotional trajectories of each participant while maintaining narrative tension and clarity. The final product is a season that combines cinematic storytelling with authentic exploration of love, vulnerability, and human connection, demonstrating the careful orchestration and technical expertise required to produce a compelling and psychologically resonant reality series. Love is Blind Season 9 is more than a reality dating show, it represents a cultural phenomenon that intersects with contemporary discussions about love, emotional intimacy, and human psychology. By removing physical appearance from the initial stages of courtship, the show challenges conventional dating norms and encourages both participants and viewers to interrogate their assumptions about attraction, compatibility, and the factors that contribute to lasting relationships. The critical analysis of Season 9 reveals the series' ability to provoke reflection on how people navigate emotional vulnerability, societal pressures, and interpersonal dynamics in the modern era. One of the season's most significant contributions is its exploration of the psychology of emotional intimacy. The pods create a controlled environment in which participants are compelled to engage in deep, meaningful conversation. This format illuminates how emotional connection develops independently of physical cues, emphasizing traits such as empathy, active listening, vulnerability, and honesty. Season 9 demonstrates that these qualities are foundational to relationship satisfaction, even when external factors such as physical appearance, social influence, and lifestyle compatibility eventually come into play. By highlighting the importance of emotional intelligence, the season educates viewers on the psychological mechanisms that underpin attraction and attachment, offering both entertainment and insight into human relational behavior. The show also examines societal expectations and cultural norms around romance and dating. Participants must navigate family expectations, cultural influences, and societal pressures while making deeply personal decisions about commitment. Season 9 portrays the tensions that arise when individual desires conflict with external norms, such as expectations about marriage, appearance, or relationship pacing. These narratives resonate with audiences who recognize the challenges of balancing personal agency with social influences, highlighting the broader cultural relevance of the series. By portraying a spectrum of responses to these pressures, from compliance to negotiation to rejection, the show underscores that modern relationships are complex negotiations between personal authenticity and societal expectation. From a relationship dynamics perspective, Season 9 provides a rich case study in the interplay of personality, communication, and compatibility. Couples who succeed often demonstrate complementary emotional styles, aligned values, and the ability to manage conflict constructively. Conversely, relationships that struggle reveal the consequences of mismatched expectations, differing conflict resolution strategies, or unresolved personal insecurities. This exploration is valuable for viewers because it illuminates the mechanisms of successful partnerships, such as mutual respect, adaptability, and emotional attunement. By presenting both successes and failures, the season offers a balanced and realistic portrayal of love, emphasizing that no relationship is perfect and that growth often emerges from navigating challenges. Critical reception of Season 9 also reflects the show's societal impact. Media outlets and viewers alike have praised the season for its emotional authenticity, diversity of participants, and the depth of relational exploration. Critics note that by focusing on emotional connection before physical appearance, the series challenges pervasive stereotypes and encourages audiences to consider the qualities that truly sustain long-term partnerships. Social media engagement, discussion forums, and fan analyses further underscore the show's influence, demonstrating that audiences are deeply invested in both the psychological and relational aspects of the participants' journeys. Culturally, Love is Blind contributes to broader conversations about the evolving nature of romantic relationships in the 21st century. By emphasizing emotional connection over initial physical attraction, the show resonates with contemporary concerns about online dating, social media influence, and the pressures of modern dating culture. Season 9, in particular, showcases how individuals navigate these pressures, adapt to unexpected challenges, and negotiate emotional intimacy in a way that feels authentic and relatable. This cultural relevance enhances the series' impact, positioning it as more than entertainment. It functions as a mirror reflecting the complexities and aspirations of contemporary love. From a psychological standpoint, Season 9 also highlights the importance of vulnerability and risk-taking in emotional development. Participants who engage fully in the pods, express their fears and desires openly, and confront uncertainty with courage often experience significant personal growth, even if the relationship does not culminate in marriage. The show illustrates that vulnerability is a critical ingredient in the formation of trust and intimacy, providing viewers with an implicit lesson about the role of emotional courage in healthy relationships. Conversely, the challenges faced by less communicative or less adaptable participants reveal the consequences of emotional avoidance or rigid expectations, emphasizing the psychological costs of limited vulnerability. Another noteworthy aspect is the show's treatment of diversity and representation. Season 9 features participants from a wide range of professional, cultural, and social backgrounds, reflecting the multiplicity of modern dating experiences. This diversity allows the series to explore a broader range of relationship dynamics, highlighting how personal history, cultural context, and social identity influence decision-making, communication styles, and compatibility. By representing these varied experiences authentically, the season fosters empathy among viewers and promotes a more inclusive understanding of love and human connection. Finally, Season 9 encourages audience reflection on their own relationships. By presenting real human emotions, successes, and failures, the series invites viewers to consider their approaches to dating, communication, and emotional intimacy. The combination of dramatic storytelling and psychological realism makes the season a tool for both entertainment and personal reflection, prompting audiences to question assumptions about attraction, commitment, and the qualities that underpin enduring love. In summary, Love is Blind Season 9 transcends conventional reality television by merging entertainment with psychological insight, cultural commentary, and social exploration. The season examines emotional intimacy, vulnerability, communication, compatibility, and societal influences with nuance and depth, providing both participants and viewers with a framework to reflect on the complexities of modern relationships. Its critical and cultural significance lies in its ability to engage audiences not only emotionally but intellectually, encouraging an understanding of love as a multifaceted, evolving, and deeply human experience. Love is Blind Season 9 leaves a lasting impression not only on its participants but also on the broader audience, shaping conversations about love, emotional vulnerability, and modern relationships. Beyond the dramatic arcs, engagements, and weddings, the season's long-term impact lies in its demonstration of how emotional connection, personal growth, and adaptability intersect to create meaningful partnerships. By documenting participants' journeys from initial conversation to altered decisions, the season provides a roadmap for understanding the complexities of human attachment, commitment, and relational resilience. One of the most significant long-term impacts is on the participants themselves. Many report profound personal growth resulting from the experience. The process of articulating their emotions, confronting fears, and navigating conflict in a structured yet intimate environment helps contestants develop greater self-awareness and emotional intelligence. For example, participants like Calibria and Edmond experienced increased confidence in their communication abilities and a deeper understanding of what they value in a partner. Others who did not find lasting romantic connections gained clarity about their relationship needs, boundaries, and personal growth areas. The season's format, encouraging reflection, risk-taking, and vulnerability, creates a transformative environment, illustrating that the journey toward understanding oneself and others can be as valuable as the outcome of romantic success. The post-show outcomes for couples vary, reflecting the season's realistic portrayal of love. Some couples who married at the altar continue to thrive, building lives together grounded in both emotional connection and practical compatibility. Their stories illustrate how the lessons learned in the pods and during cohabitation, communication, empathy, and mutual respect, translate into long-term relationship stability. Conversely, other couples who parted ways post-show demonstrate that not all relationships, even those deeply emotionally invested, are sustainable. These outcomes underscore an important lesson: love, while powerful, requires alignment in multiple dimensions, including values, lifestyle, and conflict management, to endure over time. Beyond individual and relational growth, Season 9 leaves a broader cultural and social legacy. By prioritizing emotional connection over initial physical attraction, the season challenges conventional dating norms and encourages audiences to reconsider what factors are most important in forming lasting relationships. The show's emphasis on vulnerability, introspection, and open communication resonates with contemporary discussions about authentic connection, emotional intelligence, and intentional dating practices. Season 9 serves as both entertainment and social commentary, demonstrating that meaningful connection requires conscious effort, emotional honesty, and a willingness to confront uncertainty. Another critical lesson from the season is the importance of adaptability in relationships. Participants face a range of challenges, from cohabitation friction to family integration and societal expectations. Those who succeed often demonstrate flexibility, openness to compromise, and the ability to navigate differences constructively. This emphasis on adaptability highlights that love is dynamic and that sustaining a relationship requires ongoing negotiation, growth, and mutual understanding. The season encourages viewers to recognize that resilience, emotional intelligence, and problem-solving skills are as essential to long-term romantic success as initial attraction or emotional chemistry. The season also underscores the psychological and emotional stakes of vulnerability. Engaging deeply without visual cues in the pods, confronting fears during first meetings, and negotiating real-world challenges requires participants to take calculated emotional risks. Season 9 illustrates that vulnerability is both a source of connection and a mechanism for growth. Participants learn that authentic intimacy often emerges from moments of discomfort, honesty, and courage. By documenting these processes, the show provides viewers with a nuanced understanding of the role vulnerability plays in building trust, fostering empathy, and creating meaningful bonds. In terms of audience engagement and impact, Season 9 stimulates reflection on viewers' personal relationships, dating practices, and societal assumptions. Social media discussions, critical analyses, and fan debates highlight the resonance of the season's themes, from emotional compatibility to cultural influences on love and commitment. The show encourages audiences to consider their own relational expectations, communication patterns, and emotional priorities, making it both entertaining and educational. Its cultural significance lies in its ability to provoke thought about the nature of love in a contemporary context, while also providing compelling narratives that evoke empathy, curiosity, and engagement. From a legacy perspective, Love is Blind Season 9 solidifies the franchise's reputation as a pioneering exploration of human connection. The season demonstrates that reality television can simultaneously entertain, educate, and illuminate fundamental truths about relationships. By blending psychological insight, emotional authenticity, and cultural commentary, Season 9 offers a comprehensive portrait of modern love, highlighting the intricate interplay of emotion, choice, and growth. Its emphasis on vulnerability, adaptability, and reflection sets a benchmark for future explorations of human intimacy in reality programming, while also providing enduring lessons for participants and viewers alike. Ultimately, the overarching lesson of Season 9 is that love is both an emotional and practical endeavor. Emotional connection forms the foundation, but sustaining a relationship requires clarity, communication, empathy, and the willingness to confront challenges together. The season celebrates both romantic success and personal growth, demonstrating that the journey of understanding oneself and one's partner is as meaningful as the outcome at the altar. Its legacy lies not only in the couples who married or parted ways but also in the broader reflection it inspires about the nature of love, the courage to be vulnerable, and the importance of intentional, emotionally informed decision-making in relationships. In conclusion, Love is Blind Season 9 provides a rich, multi-layered exploration of human connection. From the initial pod conversations to altar decisions and post-show reflection, the season examines emotional depth, practical compatibility, cultural influence, and personal growth. Its long-term impact on participants, viewers, and cultural discussions underscores the significance of emotional honesty, vulnerability, and adaptability in forming meaningful, lasting relationships. The season's combination of entertainment, psychological insight, and cultural relevance ensures that its lessons will resonate far beyond the confines of the show, cementing its place as a thoughtful, transformative exploration of modern love. Love is Blind Season 9 is an American reality television series produced by Kinetic Content and distributed by Netflix. The series is a social experiment that challenges traditional dating norms by removing physical appearance from the initial stages of romantic connection, prioritizing emotional intimacy above all else. In this season, the experiment takes place in Denver, Colorado, providing a dynamic urban and cultural setting that influences the participants' interactions, dating experiences, and lifestyle integration. Produced under the guidance of executive producers and the creative team behind the franchise, Season 9 follows a structured yet immersive narrative, beginning with the pod experience, progressing through first meetings and cohabitation, and culminating in the wedding day and reunion insights. The show's innovative concept, combined with the emotionally charged and psychologically rich environment, creates an engaging and thought-provoking examination of modern relationships. The plot of Season 9 revolves around 32 singles who enter a unique social experiment designed to test whether emotional connection alone can lead to meaningful romantic commitment. The season begins with the participants entering soundproof pods, where they engage in conversations with members of the opposite sex without ever seeing each other. The absence of visual cues forces contestants to focus entirely on personality, communication style, values, and emotional resonance. Over time, these pod interactions reveal compatible connections, spark curiosity, and foster bonds that are tested against the pressures of real-world interaction. Each participant must navigate a delicate balance between emotional openness and self-protection, revealing both vulnerability and authenticity in ways rarely captured in conventional dating formats. The pods are meticulously designed to encourage extended dialogue, personal disclosure, and the formation of trust, serving as a controlled environment in which participants confront their own desires, insecurities, and expectations. Throughout the pod phase, the narrative delves into the psychological intricacies of human connection. Participants are encouraged to discuss intimate topics, including personal history, relationship patterns, fears, and aspirations. These conversations are lengthy, probing, and emotionally rich, often revealing strengths, insecurities, and compatibility factors that would typically take months or years to surface in traditional dating contexts. Some participants quickly demonstrate emotional intelligence and the ability to communicate vulnerability, forming bonds that appear immediate and profound. Others struggle to articulate their feelings or navigate multiple connections simultaneously, creating moments of tension, self-reflection, and interpersonal negotiation. The season emphasizes that forming emotional bonds is complex, highlighting the nuanced interplay between desire for intimacy and fear of rejection. As participants navigate the pod environment, the emergence of favorites and potential power couples adds dramatic tension. Some contestants attract multiple suitors, leading to competition, jealousy, and self-reflection. Others form singular, intense connections that guide the season's narrative arc. The process illuminates the role of emotional alignment, personality compatibility, and communication skills in fostering sustainable relationships. By the mid-pod stage, several key relationships begin to solidify, while others encounter challenges that foreshadow future conflict or growth. The pods create a concentrated microcosm in which participants' emotional capacities are tested, setting the stage for the pivotal transition from isolation to real-world interaction. The first in-person meetings, captured in episodes 7 to 9, mark a turning point in the experiment. Couples who have developed emotional intimacy without physical interaction now confront the realities of attraction, chemistry, and compatibility in person. These encounters are emotionally charged, blending anticipation, excitement, and anxiety. Some couples experience immediate alignment between expectation and reality, deepening their connection and fostering confidence in their bond. Others encounter unexpected differences, ranging from energy levels and body language to personal style, that challenge previously established perceptions. The show portrays these first meetings with nuance, highlighting both the exhilaration of discovery and the complexity of integrating visual and practical realities into an emotionally driven connection. Following the first meetings, the honeymoon and cohabitation period allows participants to test their relationships under real-world conditions. Couples live together, navigate daily routines, and confront logistical, interpersonal, and social challenges. Season 9 captures the friction, negotiation, and adaptation inherent in merging lives, from sleep schedules and cleanliness preferences to communication styles and household responsibilities. The series emphasizes that compatibility extends beyond emotional connection to encompass practical alignment, shared values, and conflict resolution skills. Successful couples demonstrate adaptability, empathy, and the ability to compromise, while couples who struggle reveal the difficulty of sustaining emotional bonds in the presence of real-world challenges. Family integration and social exposure further complicate participants' experiences. Couples meet each other's families, friends, and social circles, creating additional pressures and opportunities for growth. The series highlights how external influences intersect with internal desires and relational priorities, underscoring the multidimensional nature of compatibility. Some participants find support and validation, which strengthens their commitment, while others face tension that forces critical self-reflection and negotiation. These interactions contribute to the season's richness, demonstrating that romantic relationships exist within broader social and cultural contexts. The journey toward the altar, depicted in episodes 10 to 12, represents the climax of Season 9. Participants confront the culmination of their emotional investment, real-world adaptation, and relational learning as they decide whether to marry or walk away. The series captures the profound mixture of hope, fear, joy, and anxiety that characterizes this moment. Some couples marry, celebrating the successful translation of emotional intimacy into real-world partnership. Others part ways, reflecting the reality that deep emotional connection does not always guarantee long-term compatibility. The wedding day sequences emphasize courage, vulnerability, and deliberate choice, framing the season's narrative as both an emotional journey and a psychological experiment. The reunion special offers closure, reflection, and post-show updates. Participants discuss their growth, successes, and challenges, providing insight into their decision-making processes and the evolution of their relationships beyond the show. Couples who married reflect on strategies for maintaining harmony and emotional closeness, while those who parted ways share lessons learned and personal transformations. The reunion also highlights the role of societal expectations, family dynamics, and social influence, providing a comprehensive lens through which to view each participant's journey. The inclusion of hosts Nick and Vanessa Lachey offers continuity, perspective, and facilitation of candid discussions, ensuring that the season's themes are explored thoughtfully. Individual cast members contribute distinct narratives that shape the season's emotional landscape. Contestants such as Calibria Haskin exemplify emotional intelligence and vulnerability, forming meaningful connections while navigating insecurities and real-world challenges. Edmond demonstrates the complexities of attraction, investment, and decision-making under conditions of uncertainty. Annie explores the tension between openness and self-protection, balancing emotional intimacy with careful discernment. Participants like Madison Maidenberg and Joe Ferrucci highlight the interplay of relational growth, communication, and adaptation, demonstrating that each relationship is a unique negotiation of emotional, practical, and social factors. These profiles illuminate the diversity of experiences, personalities, and outcomes, emphasizing that there is no singular path to love or relational success. Episodes 1 to 3 focus on pod introductions, initial conversations, and the emergence of emotional connections. Episodes 4 to 6 deepen relational complexity, highlighting early tensions, budding attachments, and participants' internal deliberations. Episodes 7 to 9 capture first meetings, honeymoon experiences, and cohabitation challenges. Episodes 10 to 11 emphasize preparation for the altar, cohabitation adaptation, and relational reflection, culminating in episode 12, where participants make ultimate decisions about marriage. The reunion special contextualizes these outcomes, providing insight into post-show experiences, growth, and audience engagement. Viewer reception reflects appreciation for emotional authenticity, cast diversity, and the exploration of psychological and relational dynamics. Social media discourse, critical reviews, and fan engagement underscore the season's impact, illustrating its resonance beyond the confines of entertainment. Production of Season 9 involved meticulous attention to technical, logistical, and creative details. Filming took place in Denver, Colorado, with pods designed for soundproofed intimacy, high-quality audio capture, and privacy. Production staff included psychological consultants, medical professionals, and wellness coordinators to ensure participants' well-being. Editing and cinematography emphasized narrative clarity, emotional depth, and dramatic tension, integrating interviews, confessional segments, and real-time interactions into a cohesive storytelling structure. Activities, social scenarios, and challenges were carefully orchestrated to reveal compatibility, communication, and adaptability, while post-production ensured narrative coherence and emotional resonance. From a critical perspective, Season 9 engages with the psychology of love, emotional vulnerability, and interpersonal dynamics. By removing visual cues, the series emphasizes empathy, active listening, and emotional intelligence as drivers of intimacy. Cultural norms, societal expectations, and family pressures are explored, highlighting the intersection of internal desires and external influence. The season demonstrates that sustaining relationships requires alignment across emotional, practical, and social dimensions, as well as adaptability, compromise, and self-awareness. By portraying successes, challenges, and failures, the series provides a nuanced understanding of love as a complex, multifaceted phenomenon. The societal impact of Season 9 lies in its challenge to conventional dating norms. Prioritizing emotional connection over physical attraction provokes reflection on contemporary dating practices, online dating culture, and assumptions about compatibility. The series fosters empathy, audience engagement, and critical consideration of what constitutes meaningful intimacy. Participants' journeys illustrate the transformative power of vulnerability, emotional courage, and self-reflection, offering viewers insight into personal growth and relational development. Representation of diverse backgrounds, professional experiences, and social identities further enriches the narrative, promoting inclusivity and broadening perspectives on modern love. Season 9's long-term legacy extends to both participants and audiences. Participants experience personal growth, increased self-awareness, and relational learning, whether or not their relationships endure. Couples who marry demonstrate the practical application of communication, adaptability, and emotional attunement, while those who part ways gain clarity about boundaries, priorities, and relational patterns. The series encourages audiences to consider emotional depth, compatibility, and intentionality in their own relationships. Its cultural significance lies in its ability to provoke thought about modern love while delivering emotionally compelling narratives, bridging entertainment with psychological and social insight. Ultimately, Love is Blind Season 9 affirms that love is both an emotional and practical endeavor. Emotional connection forms the foundation, but sustaining a relationship requires clarity, communication, adaptability, and courage. The season celebrates vulnerability, personal growth, and relational exploration, providing lessons that extend far beyond the televised experiment. From pods to altar, cohabitation to reunion, the series offers a rich, multi-layered portrait of human intimacy, emphasizing that the pursuit of authentic connection, regardless of the outcome, is itself a meaningful and transformative experience. The culmination of Season